Hey, welcome back to Tennessee Grillin and Smokin. I'm Dustin, and today I've got us a Boston butt here, and we're going to be making some pulled pork. Alright, for today, I'm going to be using the Sucklebusters competition barbecue rub. It's one of my favorite rubs to put on pulled pork. It has an amazing flavor. They do a great job of making their rub, the best commercial rub I've found so far. And got the yellow mustard. Now we're going to just lather this thing down completely with the mustard. And don't be afraid to put too much on there because you're not going to get a mustardy taste. When I first started doing it, I was always concerned, you know, am I going to taste it? No, you don't taste the mustard at all. So let's go ahead and get started. Good shake here. And we're just going to absolutely coat this thing with some mustard. Just use your hands here. All right. And what this is going to do is going to be, it's just acting as your binding agent to get that rub to stick on there real good. Flip her back over, and she is about ready. So go ahead and season up. Alright, now we got our mustard down. We're going to go ahead and get our competition barbecue rub, and you just throw it to it. Don't hold back none. We're gonna get this thing coated completely. What we're looking for is we're gonna go for a nice. This is gonna help us get that nice bark we're going after here. So we'll just get her coated in, pat it down in there. We're gonna be sure to get the sides. All right, well, we got our season down real good. We got the rub on there. Now the next thing we're going to do is work on our injection. Okay, for our injection, I'm doing kind of a new recipe, and I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out pretty good. So what we're going to do, I've got a 1/4 a cup of apple cider vinegar. I've got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. We've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I got 1/8 of a cup, or 2 tablespoons, of maple syrup. And I didn't have any apple juice, but I did have some apple pie moonshine. So we're going to go ahead and add 1/4 of a cup of the apple pie moonshine. Alright, and this is the new thing I was talking about. It's the Code 3 Spices Competition Phosphates. It's the trophy taker. It's a sodium phosphate, and I've heard it just helps with the moisture of it, keep everything moist. So we're going to try it out, but it calls for 2 tablespoons. So we're going to get 2 tablespoons of this, drop her down in there. And we're going to mix this up, and we're going to inject that butt with it. And hopefully it'll turn out perfect. We got our injection mixed up. So we're going to go ahead and draw some up. And we're just going to start shooting her in there. Alright, so we got it rubbed down, we got it rubbed on there, we got it injected with what we wanted. I've got the smoker up to temperature. We're going to be doing we're going to be doing 250 degrees throughout this whole cook. This is about an 8.3 pound Boston butt. So we're looking at about 2 hours per pound. So anywhere between realistically 12 to 16 hours is where we're going to be at. So we're going to go ahead and get her out there and get her on the smoker, and it's going to be dark because it's midnight right now because we're having this tomorrow for lunch. And let's get her out there and get her on there. Get the grill fired up. It's up to temperature 250 degrees. We're going to go ahead and take our butt out. We're going to put it fat side up. We're going to lay it right there. And we're going to let her sit there, and I'm going to stick a thermometer in there, or a probe in there, and we're going to cook it till it's about 160 internal temperature. Then I'm going to pull it out, wrap it up in butcher paper, then stick it back in for the remainder of the cook. I'm also going to light up my smoke tube. I'm going to throw all the smoke flavor I can at this. I'm running competition wood pellets. It's going to be it's one of my go-to pellets. It's a great flavor, puts off a great flavor smoke. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to shut it down. We'll check it here in about an hour, and we'll start spritzing. Okay guys, so it's been in there for about an hour, and we're going to go ahead and make up the spritz I'm going to be using for it. And it's just a little bit of red wine, some apple cider vinegar, and some water. And that's all there is. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it out there and spritz it real quick. And it's about 12:45 to 1 o'clock. And it should be good for a few hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little nap. And when I get up here in a couple hours, I'm gonna come out there and check on it again and probably give it another spritz. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see how she's looking here. Pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and hit her with a little spritz there, and that should hold us over. So I'll see you here in a few hours. We'll check on. Alright guys, it's been 7 hours and we just hit 160 on the internal temperature. Looks pretty good. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull her off and wrap her up and stick her back on here. Alright, we got her out here. We got her set on the butcher paper, and that bark's looking really good. Really happy with the color of it. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to get a little bit of that competition. We'll hit it a little bit more there. We're going to get our spritz there. Give just a little bit more moisture around it. We're going to wrap her up. Alright guys, we got her wrapped up, and we're going to take her back out to the smoker. We're going to put her on there, and we're going to check it when it gets to about 203, 204. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we're at 205 internal. I'm just going to check it here. Oh man, it's just going in and out like butter. I think she's ready. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull her off. We'll take her in there and unwrap her out of this, and we're going to put it in. Alright, let's take a peek at it real quick. That turned out absolutely amazing. Look at that. That bark's nice. Thing is just as absolute as tender as it can be. That bone just gonna pull straight on out. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and take it out of this, and I've got some aluminum foil. We're gonna wrap it up, set it in the cooler for a couple hours, let it finish resting, let it finish cooking itself, and then we'll come back and we'll shred her up and check it out. thing's absolutely just falling apart. All right. Alright, there she is. So we're going to put her up. We'll come back in a couple hours and check it out. Alright, so it's sat in the cooler for about 2 hours now, and it's still nice and hot. Let's get in here and take a look at it here. Alright. You can tell right there that is done and done. Alright. Well, let's see where that bone is. Look at that. Perfect. Well, all right, let's try this about. Man, that is good. I'm gonna go for another one. I'm gonna get some of this bark. Just as juicy in the center. I can taste that Sucklebusters competition rub makes this whole thing. It's just, I love those rubs. This turned out great. So, hey, I really appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. I'm still trying to do 1 to 2 good cooks a week. And so I really appreciate it. Thank you. And guys, as always, go to my description and click on the link to Greenback Designs Facebook page. Man, they do excellent work on all their products, and everything they do is handcrafted, and you can really tell by the quality of their products that they really care about everything they ship to their customers. So not only do they do just cutting boards, they make candles, serving trays, signs, and much more. So please visit their page, show them some love, and be sure to tell them the Tennessee Grillin' and Smokin' sent you.